You're going to sit on the edge of the chair, and anything that I say is a suggestion. You pay attention, you talk to your own body internally, and you decide how much of it you want to do. And you can always not do and just think about it, or do less. It's your journey, not mine. I'm just here to pave the way. So we're sitting on the edge of the chair, and go ahead and start shifting the weight a little bit to the right and a little bit to the left. When I say a little bit, I mean maybe half an inch to an inch max. And as you're shifting your weight, notice if the torso is moving, if your shoulders are moving, and allow them to move, so you're like a plant that the wind is moving. And try to make it smaller, so the top of your head, when it goes to the right, you can anchor one of the sitting bones to make it stable. And then when you go to the left, just enough so a sitting bone can anchor into the floor. And if you don't understand what I'm saying, we'll stop for a minute. Down in the base of your hip, we have two nails. They have a name, issue tuberosity. And when we shift from side to side, those bones are getting closer to the chair. So try to get your feet parallel to the hip and the knees are the same distance. And now we're going to go back and we're going to try to move as a plant, veering and then veering. And find what does it take to anchor that plant so it doesn't fly out of the pot. How do you use your sitting bone to anchor the torso? You can slow it down to almost barely moving, because you're trying to figure out what it is that you do with the bones in your hip against the chair to stabilize the toe. So it's engineering. And you are trying to do it with bones, with a structure, rather than with muscle force. Wonderful. And rest for a minute. And just collapse your pelvis. And rest. We're going to do it the same movement again. But now the plant had a few days to grow. And it sends roots all the way to your feet. So we're going to do the same movement. You're going to anchor the sitting bones to the chair. But something will happen either with the same foot or the opposite foot. And try to listen to how your body builds from the bottom all the way to the top for stability, to find the diagonal. Because when we walk, we're in diagonal constantly. And we're going to look at it in a minute. So go ahead and put your hands on the chair and come back up. And again, we're moving from sitting bones to sitting bone. And if you need to close your eyes, you're welcome to do that. And see if there is a pumping sensation from your foot down to the bottom of your shoe. And imagine that you had to stop right there on one side. Which foot has more imprint on the floor? on the sole of your shoe. The side you're on or the opposite. And let it go and go to the other side. Which foot gets more pressure? Try the other one and see if it works. Or does it just create muscle tension in your thigh? Center and the other side. So in our case, the chair right now, the hardness of the chair is a wonderful feedback to how we use the transfer of weight. The opposite foot is coming closer to the ground. And now that you're anchoring on that sitting bone, you can actually lift your ribs up and grow another leaf at the top of your head. And be very, very stable. Or if the image of a plant is not working for you, think about reaching to a cupboard in the kitchen, getting the Christmas stuff from the very, very top. Guests are coming, and you need to reach, so the opposite foot will anchor you. The sitting bone is on the chair, and the ribs can lift, and lift. And then play with it from side to side, and find the breath. Notice if your shoulder is getting tight, and then you can let it go. Are you holding your jaw? Are you breathing? Are you exhaling on transition? Or are you exhaling on the effort? And open your eyes and try to go a little bit faster and a little bit faster. Get there, get there, get there, get there, get there. We're going up, 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 and up. And rest. And collapse your feet backwards. And rest. Lengthen the legs. That's as close to the mat that I get you. Okay, go ahead and put your hands on the chair and bring yourself back up. So we move from side to side. Now we're going to take one sitting bone behind the other. And you're going to bring it back, aligning knee to knee. Now we're going to take it back again, same side. See if your legs, the bones can slide completely parallel to one another, like skis. So notice that you lift your pelvis a little bit. See if you can slide. See if you can feel it, not just be seeing it, but can you sense if your hip is doing something like lifting to get there? And just try to slide, even if it's tiny a little bit. Some of you lifting the toes. Now need to lift the toes. And now take the knee far out and far in. And when I say far, it can be very small, but you're comfortable maximum, and you're comfortable maximum. how much motion do you have in that side of your knee? Because the other side will be a different story for all of us. Not just if you had surgery or you're working. And rest. Come back to the edge. You slid it off the edge. And now we're going to take the other leg. Let's move. Slide it back. And slide it forward. And notice if it's tighter or maybe moves easier. So right now we are moving the leg out of the hip and into the hip, but we are not involving the torso. So we're not going to do this. And we're not going to do this. We're going to try to isolate. And picture the thigh on the femur sliding into the acetabular, which is the hole in the back of the hip, and the head of the femur goes into that hole to the middle of the pelvis and slides out. It slides in, and I try to get into comfortable naps. And somehow in your mind, hold a picture of both legs sliding one forward and one back. And one forward and one back. When the leg slides forward, allow the arch of the foot and maybe a pronation, like take the foot to towards the outside. You kind of curving the arch. And come back. And when the other one is coming forward, arch the foot. The arch of the foot. So you're going a little bit towards the side of the foot. And come back. And the other side forward and lift. And the other side forward. And rest. Put your hands on the outside of your knees and hold it tight. So no movement, we're not going to open and close. We're going to lift the arch and roll the foot to the outside. And you're going to hold it here. And when you're going to let go, you can spread your toes and you can, like a duck. Ready and spread. And you can definitely do it without shoes if you choose to. So you're holding the hands not to move the legs, and you are lifting the arch. You're holding. And you are spreading. Notice that when you do it, you're going to work pretty hard with the abdomen. So when you do work with the abdomen, don't think about sucking in. Think about flattening and lengthening in and up. It's kind of a different visualization for you. So, hands holding, creating the arch, and moving the back backwards a little bit, and lifting and lifting and lifting and lifting and lifting and lifting, and spreading and letting go. You can do it with the hands as well. Somehow the picture of in the brain for the fingers and the toes are kind of You know, when you try to do something and the little fingers are jumping. This is it. And exhale and arch. Pull the back backwards. Toes are with the curve. And release. See if you can, instead of lifting the big toe, if you can take the big toe with the curve. See if that works for you. Downwards. Yes, that's exactly the work in the brain. You're right. And again. Two, three, 4, and release. And curve the feet. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and release. Flatten the toes and lift the 4 little toes. Actually spread a little bit. Lift until you can curve towards the inside. And now press the hand out as the knee comes in, so you create tension. Build the tension, build the tension, build the tension, build the tension, and let go. So it's the opposite of what we did earlier. Inhale, lift the 4 toes on each side and press. And let go. And lift and press. And let go. So try not, I mean, you're pushing with the legs in, but you're pushing as much with the arms out. So one more time. Inhale, exhale. And release. Pam, 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 pam. Pam, 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 pam. So it's the heel. Pam, pam, pam. Bend the heels. Bend, bend, and bend. Pam, 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 pam. Pam, 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 pam. Pam, pam. Both heels together. Pam, 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 pam. Pam, 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 pam. Pam, 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 pam. Pam, 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 pam. Pam, 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 pam. Lift the heels and draw the toes a little closer to you, so you're right on the toes. Release one foot and start making tiny, tiny little circles around the 5 toes. Tiny little circles. Think about ellipse, not a circle. From the big toe to the little toe, to the base of the toes, to the big toe, to the nails, to the tip, the end of the toes, to the little toe, and slow it down. Try to feel every toe that you're passing, creating a beautiful ellipse shape. Slow it down, try to make them perfect. And can all 5 toes be on the ground at the same time as you're drawing the circle around them? Not the circle, the ellipse. Change the direction of the drawing. And as you're doing the other side, in this direction, start feeling the knee circling and see if you can feel the head of the femur circling in the hip joint as you're doing the circle on the floor. It's a close chain. Can you feel the whole unit participate? Slow down, slow down, slow down so you can pay attention. And rest and put the foot down. And just feel the sensation of that foot, the liveliness. And bring both to the tippy toes. Drag one under, release the other. And we have this ellipse. Will it be the same size? Will it be the same quality? We have two bones in the lower leg, the tibia and the fibula. Can you feel their movement as you're going around? And now that you know already that I'm going to ask you to feel the movement of your knee and your femur and the head of the femur circulating in the hip joint, you can start, at least in your mind, connecting the dots. If there's one area that's kind of blurry and you don't feel it, you can slow down and stay there and explore it. Some of us have bunions and the big toe is moved, and some of us have all kinds of different things. So you work with what your body is directing you to work with. It's your time, not mine. And change direction. And release the foot. And let's do the tap-tam, tap-tam. One, tap, tap-tam, 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 and one more time, tap-tam, tap-tam, tap-tam. When you actually bend the heel into the ground, you're pressing. So this is an area that has lymph system movement, and that helps move the lymph. The lymph moves very slowly, it takes like 2-3 days to get through the system. So this is a really good thing to do. That's why also they say you can do it for lowering blood spike of glucose after eating. Go to the bathroom in a restaurant, do it, or you can do it under the bedroom home, or you can just go take a walk around the neighborhood. Okay. Hold on to the chair, lift the torso really up high, move it a little bit forward, take one hand and put it inside in the middle of the thigh, take the other one and put it in the middle of the thigh, and think about looking forward as far, like maybe 2 meters, 3 yards, forward, 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 until you can maybe slide off the chair and lift the tailbone a little bit and then come back down. You don't have to get up when I'm just giving a direction. So we're going to inhale, we're going to lift, we're going to go forward, you're going to look forward, and when you are ready to slide, feel how now your sitting bones are both on the chair, so both hip has to be into the floor for you to actually lift and come back down. Some of you allow the knees to move. Put your hands with the fingers inwards and try again to keep that skis, the parallel that we worked on. So we're going to lift the torso. We're going to shift forward to where you see, like down towards here, and keep on sliding. Sense the feet, sense the sitting bones, and only lift if you can, and then come back down. Now, some of you have issues with the hip, and the hip is not in the same strength. You may need to change the placement of your feet to give one hip a little bit more strength. So work with what you have, play with it. It's not a machinery that I can give you directions and it's all going to be the same. I mean, we all created ourselves through our life experiences to what you are. So I just open up a little bit so you have a little bit more base. And think about the base in the sitting bones and 3 fingers underneath your belly button. And just play with that. Right there. There, exactly.
It don't move.
It does move. It does move. So do you remember how we did the pulling back as we arch? Now you're here. Again, anchor the sitting bones, and you're looking forward and up, and you're sliding. There. And it may come tomorrow, and it may come next week, and it may come next month. But forcing it, I did it, doesn't work. Okay? Try a little bit, one leg in front, one leg in back. Now, when we look down, we're going to go down. Look forward and up. Do you know in high school we learned about parabola? It's that beautiful arabesque that we see in dancers with the leg going back like this. That's what the eye, that's what the spine is doing between the head and the tail, is that line. But you cannot bring the knees in. Look forward and up, look forward and up. Phyllis, I think that for you it will help to arch your feet a little bit more. Bring the feet a little closer, and no, not that close. Like that. Open the knees and arch your feet.
It's fine until you hear, and then the knees get above. It's like, no, not happening. In a second.
Does it help when you do one leg in front, one leg in
Not
back?
really. It's just,
No?
it's just this leg. It's like, and I can do it at home.
You got it. You got it. You're forcing your left leg a little bit more than the right. See if you can align the left a little bit. Do you feel that you're putting a little bit of pressure on the left?
Does this knee hurt? So I think I'm taking it on that side because this needs to put that much pressure on it. This knee starts hurt, so I think I'm.
Okay, so it's good that you're aware of it. Yes, beautiful. Yes,
Closer, but still it's glued to this chair.
give it time, give it time. Okay, let's lengthen one leg. Put the other leg on the shin. If you wanna stay here, you stay here. If you wanna go higher, you go higher. What we're gonna do is, the people that bring it up will bring it up. And we are going to work with the knee up towards you and down away. Up towards you, that you can direct it, and then down, and separate between the opposite shoulder and the opposite knee, and look towards the shoulder that goes back. And look at the knee, and get them closer together, and separate, and press down, 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 down. But you have to be on the edge of the chair, otherwise it doesn't. And in, out, and in, out, and in, and out. Keep the hand on the knee, press on the knee, take the other one, bring it to the chair if you can reach, and rotate it back. Stay here and breathe. Keep on breathing, breathe deep and slow, and release it all, and come back to center. Lengthen the legs, slide the leg, change side. Slide up if you want, or stay here, either or, same, depending on where you are. And towards the opposite shoulder, and open away, and look back, and the knee and shoulder close together, and separate. And bring them together, and separate, and bring them one more time, close together, and separate, and bring the hand to the back of the chair, and stay there, press the knee down, and rotate back, and look back, and now breathe slow and deep. And straight legs, slide the leg, bend the knees. Bring one leg up. Hold on the knee and swing out. Hold it there. And swing in. And hold it there. Isn't it amazing how the in goes, the rotating out
Amazed.
so much more, and now rotate in the hip socket. Perfect. That's what I do. And go in with the foot and out with the knee. And out with the foot and in with the knee. So you're gonna put in and out, rotation. Come forward. In. In. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Another deep breath. Exhale. Lift the other leg Not to the edge of the chair, and we go internal rotation. And external. And external. And internal. And external. In and out, and in. Up, down, hey, lift up, go ahead, lift up. I want to insert that side. Up on the heel, down. Up on the heels, down. Up on the heels, down. Up on the heels. Come in a little bit, shift, and feel how you're anchoring on the sitting bones. Imagine that you had to stand up like this. Where would the sitting bones go? Lift. No, obviously you can't get up, right? But I want to
Don't worry about that.
You can do this. And okay. Bend the feet a little bit. Make circles. Circle the other direction. Make circles with a circle from the knee. So both the ankle, foot, and the knee change direction. And go down. Now, you can do it down here, absolutely. And if you want to do it a little bit harder, then you lift your knee higher. Stay up. The other leg. Foot along. And change direction. See if you can make a circle. And then start making circles with the from the knee and the foot. The brain says, what? I didn't ask you to do it in the opposite direction yet. And in the other direction, foot and knee. Good, and lower down. Let's do one more thing. Put one hand on the opposite side of the opposite leg and hold to the chair. Rotate and get really tall. And from the top of the head, lower the eyes, the nose, the chin, and the neck. Stay here. With the next exhalation, lower all the way to the chest, while widening the elbows and pulling the lower back backwards, flattening the abdominal wall in and up. Stay here and breathe. Don't tighten the abdominals, just lengthen them in and up. And come up the spine, erect the spine one vertebra at a time, come to the center, and change the other hand on the outside of the knee, the other hand on the chair. Don't move the legs, don't move the knees, rotate the spine, be tall, tall, tall. No, the other hand on the knee. Yeah, no, the other hand on the knee. There, this one. Very good.
That works a little better.
And from the eyes down, nose down, chin down, neck down. Keep on breathing. Round your shoulders and the upper chest while pulling the abdominals flat and up. And breathe. Widen the elbows. And come up one vertebra at a time. When you get to your highest self, rotate forward. And last thing we're gonna do is circle the top, circle with the weight of gravity. Just allow it. And change direction. And come up to the center. Take a deep breath in. Close your eyes for half a minute of just sensing how you're doing inside your own self. Body, mind, spirit, energy, liveliness, presence, and what have you, whatever word comes to mind. And thank you.
Thank you.